Anna, you brought some flowers and a balloon over here this morning to Hyannisport. How come?
Well, I was up in the early morning after not being able to sleep, and I got a text message from my brother in California at 2:30 in the morning telling me what had happened, and I hadn't turned the TV on yet. And I called him, and we talked about it for a little bit because we're, two kids in our 30s and 40s now who've never known life without Ted as our senator. And then I got a text message from my mom at 5 telling me that Ted Kennedy had died, and I texted back, I know. And then I got the paper, Cape Cod Times, out of the driveway and went upstairs with a cup of coffee and turned on the news, and I was, channel surfing through, and I thought, this is all going on 3 miles from, I live on Finney's Lane, not that far away. And I said, Stop and Shop opens at 6. I can go get some flowers. And I ended up blowing up the balloon myself because the lady who was working the overnight shift didn't know how to do it. But as I drove over here, my heart really kind of became heavy, and I thought, if I'm going to do this, I have to do this early in the morning because it's going to be a zoo over there. So I left my house at 10 of 6, and it's just, it's incredible to think about all the things that Ted did for not only us, but for, a nation. And that everybody's going to learn something today that Ted did that they didn't know he did. Everybody talks about some of the other things that go along with the Kennedy family, but I didn't know that he helped change the voting age from 21 to 18. And I voted on my 18th birthday because I'm born November 6th, and I voted for Dukakis. But my point is that I met him a couple years ago. He signed a book, The Senator and Me, that was written by his dog. And I attended a fundraiser here for Deval Patrick under a tent. And my grandfather served on his brother's administration as a Solicitor General. There's generations of threads that are woven with the Kennedy family and people from Massachusetts. And for someone who was so powerful and so famous and so wealthy, he was very down to earth, always looked you in the eye. So I just thought I should bring some flowers, and I feel very bad for his wife, Vicky. She's a young widow, and I just always saw him by her side, and I think she really straightened him out. I think she, behind every strong man is a strong woman, and he's a character. He's one of a kind. He left the world a better place than when he found it. That's what I say. That's a true measure of a good person when they leave. So we're lucky we had him, and I'm sorry that he passed away at 77. It seems young but I survived a brain tumor 25 years ago and had 9 hours of surgery at Mass General Hospital. So seeing him there, I knew he was in good hands, but my tumor was non-cancerous and his was not good. So there's a lot of things I feel connected